The next day, also hello, Jaka and his company returned to Iceflow. Not looking forward to this. Now they've brought a friend along for the ride. Halfdan comes in peace to listen to Skyla's offer. Skyla, I'm back. Apologies for the delay. The Icebreakers attacked Clan Berserk. I had to help fight them off. The fact you succeeded tells me I made the right choice when I hired you. And what if Halfdan? Did that fellow have anything to say about my offer? Feel free to ask him yourself. He insisted on coming here. Halfdan, come in, please. Ah, such a polite boy. He even says please to me. Skyla, you lovely seductress. It's been many years, my dear. Don't get all sappy with me, ravenous bear. We're not that close. Come now, come now. How can you be so cold to your old lover? Those flirtatious looks you used to give me, those sultry eyes. Don't give the Lord of Lances the wrong idea. You were just a young fool chasing my skirt. Now, can we talk about business already? You see, Jaka, she's so good at acting. You'd almost think she doesn't want to embrace. Loudmouth imbecile, I've told you a million times. Act your age already. You're embarrassing the both of us. Young love is really something, huh? Alright, I'll play along with your rejection, Skilly dearest. Now then, about this treaty of yours. You understand how serious this is? It will make our clans look weak to the hermit people scattered across Hornheim. We both count on them for tribute. I do not wish to push them towards Tiranar. If you're worried about alienating the isolated clans, you're too late. Your scouting capabilities have begun to flounder in recent years, old man. Have you not seen the signs? Many have quietly pledged their servitude to Tiranar. You're too late to save your honor. What? Since when? How could they turn their backs on Clan Berserk? When the plague came, it was my clan that braved Mount Frostmore's chill. We plucked the flash freeze flowers. We passed them out to those damned... That was over a decade ago. Times change. Memories fade. Your clan has weakened due to the terror outbreak. Motherfucking terrors, man. Now the hermit's gratitude has faded into old memory. And so too has their fear of your once formidable power. Tiranar is the one they fear most these days, not you. Hermit people? Flash freeze flowers? What even? Perhaps you're right. I must speak to the elders. I will accept your treaty, but only for the moment. The ancient ones may yet decide to veto my choice. Trusting your clan's highest matters to some half-dead geezers? I mean, look who's talking. Perhaps if you simply killed them, you could lead Berserk to glory. It matters not. I must simply ensure I don't live to be as old as them. As long as I die soon, my life will end in glory. I won't cling to it. Huh, men. Take care, my dearest. This bear will answer you within the month. I should hope so. Farewell, Halfdan. And you as well, boy. Adios. Well, then I have many questions. I will provide answers in due time. Alright, you want to know what happened in 16. So I did do a very short video, but it was pretty much the end of the result of what happened. So, essentially, I spent a lot of Saturday trying to deal, like the end of Saturday, trying to deal with that chapter. That chapter was infuriating for many reasons. Last time we checked around, the problem was that I could never hold the right side because too many guys would show up and I didn't have the muscle to deal with it. You know. So what I ended up deciding to do, because I was trying really hard to make the existing party work, wasn't happening. I would get into a lot of weird issues and there would be a lot of luck-based things going on, because one of the biggest issues with that chapter is that a lot of enemies are pumped up so hard on Lunatic they can one-shot you, but they have a very low chance of hitting you. So you basically have to dodge like 8 32s, and all you need is 1 32 to go off on you and you lose. So, oh, I'm not even there yet. I will get to that in a minute. That was also the source of infuriating bullcrap for me. So essentially what I did, hey Freeze, hope you're doing well and having a good week. Emilia was already level 19, she had 80 experience. There was no reason to deploy her, I just promoted her right then and there. You're Sneck. And instead I put Dawn in there because, you know, she's a promoted unit, she has a lot of stats, she has renewal as an ability, and her swords make her a good dodge candidate, who can also use light magic that beats certain groups. I also gave her, what did I give her? I gave her some stat boosts. I gave her a talisman, I gave her a speed wings, I gave her, a Draco shield, and something else. Basically, I gave her a bunch of stat boosters. And I deployed her. And that seemed to be doing better. I would put her to the left with Jaka, to deal with all the crap, and she was doing great with that. My next problem came with, as you can guess, Halfdan. He suicided himself 8 times in a row. The same way every time, no matter what I did, he would end up killing himself. Because there is a turn where 4 berserkers and 2 heroes. Ah, jeez, I gotta fix it. Again, I just fixed it too. Thanks for letting me know though. Property. Okay, we're good. Anyway, no, it's all good. So 4 berserkers and 2 heroes would spawn, and what he would do is he would run right into one, but still be within range of the other 5. So the only way he would survive is if he dodged 5 like 68s in a row, and he never would. He would just die. And if he dies in that chapter, you game over. So, you know, he kept doing that. I kept trying to position him differently. You know, there were times when he would end up in an interesting spot that would work for me, but then I'd get hit by a 25 and die. And have to restart. So, you know, I decided to move Victoria up into the top left and have her kind of rush the enemies when they spawned, which would provoke Halfdan to move slightly differently. Keeping in mind that I'm still doing all this stuff to get Ralph near to 10 for all of this, which is really handicapping me. And I did manage to do it. The next thing that happened was that, you know, I was defending all the villages, I was doing fine, and then the boss shows up, right? And he shows up down in the center with Fog of War, so you can't see him, at least for the first little bit. I was ready for him, or I thought I was, but then he kind of did. Yeah, he never misses. He has an insane amount of skill, and his crit base is like 40. So I was ready for him, but because Dawn missed twice with like 80%, there was an enemy that I needed to position her near, or else the village would have been destroyed. So Jaka and her were like 1 space off of where they needed to go, and he decided to move all his units to the left for the first time. Normally he'll split them up, but he just moved all of them to the left. So like my main force was on the right side of the map, blocking that stuff off. So essentially I had to like move around, do some weird stuff, and try not to die. And then I thought I was going to lose because I was like 1 space off in every instance I needed to get to kill him, because killing him ends the map. But I got lucky in that Gale Force Kurt was able to save me, because I was able to go down, kill an enemy on the, like, I was in the top left part or right part of the map where the village was. I went down, I killed an enemy, I killed an enemy with a regular bow. I then had Angelus dance him. I had him run over to the left, kill an enemy with the Gale Force bow, get another shot, and then I was able to use everyone else to get the guy down to like 30 health. But I also had to go in there with Kurt and trade with Jaka to get the holy symbol to negate his crit. So I was like, I had to be super careful, and I barely had enough room to do it, and then I killed him. It didn't matter because I got a sure shot crit, but I was very aware that he was going to crit me otherwise. So I was able to clear it barely, and I protected all the villages and got the Lunatic objective. But it was very luck based, because when I went to fight the boss, I think I got like a 58 to hit that I needed. I got a 72 to hit, and then I got an 80 and I got a 90 to hit. So like, you know, yeah, like, the problem with the chapter, as I said, is, like, there's so much randomness to it, in terms of, like, all the garbage that can go wrong. And if you're even slightly unlucky for a bit, you lose. If you're not willing to lose a unit. Now, I also didn't, you know, I didn't deploy my best units, either. You know, I was purposely trying to train some units around there, so... Hey, Flame. Hey, yeah, so, like, I didn't deploy everyone I could have to make it easier, but, you know, we had to, like, we're kind of handicapping ourselves with Ralphner over here. And trying to get, like, Estelle and Coulter and others to promote. So, I didn't manage to really get too many promotions out of it, but all of them are very close. And I'll do it next chapter, because next chapter is the experience hell, or extreme thing, and, you know, we've got some plans with that, but I do have to get, I'll just say it right now, 15 vortexes is the Lunatic objective. We need to trigger Victoria's 1 in 50 shot of getting the thing for the Claymore, which I'm going to save state when I get it, just because, like, I'm going to try to get it done turn 1, and I'm not going to keep doing it. Yeah, it's 15. 12 gets you Gale Force for Helga. And the other thing is, I need to get Ralphner to level 10 and immediately promote him, because once he finishes chapter 18, he will promote to Jarl. Doesn't matter if he's already promoted or not. He will promote to Jarl. So, you know, we want to get him as high leveled as possible and promote him so that he can handle himself, because, you know, he's going to get stat boosts. He's going to be okay. The Holy Axe should help him to beat a bunch of monsters, though. But I'm going to have to be very careful because he's still kind of shit. Alright, what about our agreement? You've successfully indebted Halfdan to Scotty. I'm pleased. That will make our treaty plans proceed much more smoothly. Yeah. You are welcome to stay in Iceflow as long as you need. Continue with your duties, and I will pay you plenty of coin. Where are you getting this money? Good, I'll have my man Theodore keep track of the payment. If you short me, he'll notice. Worry not, I treat my foes viciously, and my friends with great affection. Yeah, I can do without your affection. Man, always so vulgar. I would like to talk to you again later. I have an idea I'd like to run past you. Once I am done with my granddaughters, you may come back to see me. Alright, I'll go for a walk in the meantime and enjoy the nice weather. Alright, good luck with the snow. I'll probably be exactly where I am right now in 30 minutes anyway, because of the chapter we're about to do. Hey there, Jaka. Good work today, Sigrid. You did great out there. Really? You think so? You didn't flinch around all that violence, not even once. You even took out a few icebreakers on your own. I'm impressed. Oh, it's so nice of you to say that. Yeah, I don't have to deal with it either. Yay, apartments. I thought I was going to slow you down for sure. By no means. I like seeing you have fun. You remind me of my little sister, Femke. Oh, speaking of sisters. Ah, crab baskets. Sigrid, have you been wounded? I heard you joined the battle. Your sister fought valiantly. The Vikings were no match. Quiet, bastard. I was not talking to you. Helga, don't yell. I'm okay. I'm barely hurt. Only a few bruises. I knew it. You got hurt, Jaka, you damn bastard. How could you let Sigrid partake in the battle? She's just a little girl. She wanted to help. I also got the Nosferatu from Halfdan, I think. Which is important because I need to use it for other people. You should have denied her. You are lucky she's still breathing. Otherwise, I would be flaying the skin from your bones right now. I'm sorry. I can see you care for your sister. I would not have put her in any great danger. She stayed in the back and cast magic from afar. I don't want to hear your excuses. Stay away from my sister or else. Enough. Sigrid? But it was not old man Jaka's fault. I chose to join the fight myself. I'm a proud shaman of Clan Scatty, just like you and grandmother. So if I want to fight, I will. You brat, how dare you talk back to me? I only have your best interests at heart. I'm taking you to our grandmother. She'll straighten you right out. Why does Sigurd keep insisting on calling me an old man? I don't even have a beard. As I got some time to kill until the ladies finish their meeting, it would be a good time to take a walk and speak with my friends. Or maybe I should listen in on the conversation inside the tent. Once Skilla, Helga, and Sigrid are done speaking, you may return to the tent. That will end the map. Yeah, I got him to level 10. In this version, he's okay. Like, he got a lot of strength, and he got a lot of speed and luck. So I'm decently happy with how he's doing. His skill is crap, which is annoying to me because later his skill will matter. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go right for it. I was able to get her to 18, and as you can see, her stats are really good. But, like, it's worth it to me to get 2 more just because, like, her stats might go up even more. She's pretty much amazing at everything. And then Buggy, I don't care. Christina, I don't care. I know, right? I'm very happy about it. Ilonda, her speed's kind of bad, but everything else is fine. And here are Dawn's stats with the boosters I gave her. So she's okay. She's pretty balanced. You know, and I don't really have an issue with how she's doing. Her defense is kind of bad, but, you know. I forgot he had 29. That's pretty good to know. I'm surprised he has so much freaking speed. I always forget how good he is. And then Shay ended up okay. Like, she's not blowing the roof off anything at the moment, but she's doing alright. Freaking Halfdan with his garbage. And Victoria is okay as well. I mean, I need to get her luck to 31, or as high as possible, by the way, for her Regalia, because it's a double weapon. Okay, let's listen. I know it's not polite to eavesdrop, but I'd like to know what they're discussing. Can't hurt to listen a little bit. You wanted to speak with me, Helga? Yes, I cannot believe you would send Sigrid by herself into battle like that. Yeah. Aside from you, she's the only family I have left. Don't gamble with her life. She could have been injured or killed. Big sister, it's fine, really. I'm completely unhurt. As I've told you, Sigrid's abilities will only improve if she is tested. Skadi is not a refuge for the weak. The infirm will perish to the blizzard. I will not shelter my grandchild for the sake of appeasing your anxiety, Helga. You forget your place. Fine, but if you insist on sending Sigrid out into battle, at least let me go too. That way I can watch over her and ensure she is safe from those southerners. Sister, you don't have to. That's what you wish, then so be it. You may travel with Sigrid from now on. Thank you, grandmother. Now leave me at once, both of you. It's about time for my daily tea. Hard to fault Helga when all she wants is to protect Sigrid. I feel the same way about Femke. Jaka, a moment of your time. What is it, Jaheira? You seem worried. It's been a month since Tandara sent me a letter. I'm beginning to fear for my liege's safety. Can you even get a letter all the way up here? I can, yes. How? Tell me how. I apologize, Jaka. I'm not at liberty to say. The hell you're not. Samuel's letters betrayed Baldyman. Are you slithering behind my back, you damn scaly? Of course not. My apologies. I can see why you would be. Jaka, I'm not usually allowed to disclose this information. Tamant's rulers consider it a matter of national security. If you promise to say nothing, I will tell you the truth. You're not joking? If it's that serious. It would not be acceptable for me to keep further secrets from you. You've already been betrayed once. I wouldn't want you to be court-martialed. I will accept the consequences. In Tamant, there exists an artifact known as the Royal Spatial Library. It allows high nobles to transfer messages across any distance. You're not making this up? It sounds a little... Only a small group of elites are granted the right to use it. I am among those privileged few. I have linked the spatial tome with one owned by my liege. It's how I communicate with my liege abroad. See, it sounds remarkable. It's not our only national treasure. It's not only our national treasure, it's a sign of our ancient pact. You see, the shrine was given to our people by the first Lightbringer. Sir Joseph himself crafted it by his own hands to ameliorate our fears. That's why Timid historically never went to war with the Lightbringers. I see, I spoke ignorantly before. I'm sorry. I called you a scaling. You didn't deserve such an insult. It's better this way. Now you will know I am not mimicking Sir Samuel. I would not risk our friendship by betraying you as that human did. All is forgiven. Let's move on. So what's this about Tandaris? No word from him in a while? Yep. I guess so. Well, their version. Yes, we're gonna send her away. I have no use for her anyway, and she promotes if I do. If she doesn't, she stays at the level she's at where I haven't used her. So she also gets a unique sword if I send her away. So I'm not gonna use her in Chapter 17, so I may as well send her. Should I return to Tamat? I would feel more at ease if I could check on her, but my presence here acts as a shield for you. I would not want to leave you stranded alone. Sindaris is in trouble, you should be there for him, but on the other hand, I have the option to send Jaheira home. Doing so will make her leave your party for a while. This is recommended if you did not train her that much. However, if she is promoted, you will not benefit from this. Yes, I'm sending her there. Suppose there's no harm in you returning home. We're not going anywhere, at least not for a while. If nothing is wrong, I will return soon. Have a safe flight, Jaheira. Give the prince my best. Thank you, Jaka. Unfortunately, we don't really have a shop, which is annoying. I would love for there... Oh wait, there is a shop. Never mind, I'm stupid. I can't read. There's a rune sword. I don't really think I should grab one, though. Nosferatu. Fenrir. Oh, there is a Fenrir. An Exorcism. Matrona. Yeah, so there's stuff here we want to get, because we have to prep, obviously, right? Hey, Jaka. Nice snowman, Victoria. Been working on it long? No. I see, Victoria, you alright? You seem listless. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, Jaka. I feel lost, useless. Whoa, where's this negativity coming from? You're usually so chipper. Yeah, I try to look on the bright side of life, but it's been hard to do that lately. Jaka, I received a letter a few days ago. My father was killed. What? By the Divines, Vicky. Why didn't you tell me sooner? There's more. My mother, she took her life after the incident. She was overcome with grief. Nobody saw her suicide coming. Not even me, her daughter. Well, you weren't there. The last time you saw them was during my wedding to Henry, when I ran away from them. My father didn't just die. He was murdered by someone. Nobody will speak a name, but I know who would do this. Lord Geoffrey. He put a contract on my father because of me. Didn't we kill him? Because I ran away from Henry on the day of our wedding. I embarrassed House Ashburn. This was their retribution. I don't even know what to say. I'm here for you. I'm pathetic, so worthless, an utterly useless woman. Because of my flippancy, my parents are both dead now. Jaka, did I ever tell you about my family? When we were fighting in the rebellion, I mean. No, you never seem to want to talk about them. I'm a noble by birth, but only in name. My family used to be wealthy, powerful. House Claymore, we were lesser vassals to House Flameguard, their subordinates. But my great-grandfather gambled all our assets, servants, and land away. We still had our name, our connections, but in the game of nobles, this meant nothing to our former friends. Okay. I volunteered to do mercenary work during the rebellion. I hated being around my mother and father, always arguing, always blaming each other for our family's financial woes. When I was out there fighting in battles, I felt so free. I did whatever I wanted, I ate anything I could afford, but it all came to an end. House Steel won the war. I had to go home to my family. I think the situation didn't improve once you returned. I made friends with Ariel during the rebellion. She introduced me to her brother Henry. I thought he was okay, but my father saw a rare chance to strike gold. He made a deal in secret. He sold me to Lord Geoffrey. What? So the wedding, it wasn't even your idea? Yeah, it's true. I overheard my father talking to Lord Geoffrey in private. I won't repeat the things they said, but they mentioned me. Apparently my father received a princely sum for my hand. Good you never told me this. I might have been me who impaled. Sorry, I'm feeling so much anger right now. He did this to his child, what kind of bastard? I was angry at first, but then I felt guilty. Our family used to be noble. I denied my parents their birthright. Other girls would love to help their families return to nobility. Why was I so ungrateful? Why couldn't I just do as my father wished? And now he's dead forever, along with my mother too. I killed my parents, Jaka. I never got to say goodbye. Nah! It's not your fault. Lord Geoffrey ordered your parents' death. You have the right to live freely. Don't beat yourself up, Vicky. Thanks for listening, Jaka. Sorry I'm being such a downer. You lost your dad too, right? I did. When we return to Holtmire, I'll introduce you to my mother and sister. You can eat some of my mom's famous split pea soup with beans. It'll cheer you up. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that sounds pretty bad. Elmer, how you holding up? Elmer? Good gods, kid. Your lips are blue. Are you dying of frostbite? No, I'm fine. The hell you are, Elmer. You're hypothermic. Come here, kid. Take this coat and warm up. There, stick your hands in your pockets. What were you thinking? You could die of cold exposure. Not gonna be a little whip anymore. Gotta be a real man. What have you been talking about? And rub your hands together. You gotta warm yourself up. Can you keep a secret, Sir Jaka, sir? Yeah, sure. What is it? There's this girl I like, but I'm too wimpy for her to like me. Then I found it, the sacred text. Words of wisdom from a master of romance. I saw the light, sir. Master of romance? Words of wisdom? What are you even talking about? You remember when those pirates attacked us out at sea? Some handsome guy dropped a scroll in the middle of all the chaos. I picked it up. It was brilliant. Suddenly everything made sense. Funny story about this, apparently. In chapter 18, if you deploy Elmer, there's a the secret event is that what's his face from chapter 15 will show up. The Viking I killed. So like it won't happen now because he's dead. And if you talk to him with Elmer, you'll get the Sigmar. You'll get the lone wolf skill for Elmer, and Sigmar will turn green, which is really funny. So you know, he follows his alpha male. Yeah, I know, right? But like, you know, it's not worth it in Lunatic because Elmer sucks now. What did it say to make you think shivering in the cold was smart? Women don't like weak little boys, they like tough guys, real men. The Tom had all sorts of tips to help toughen the rear up. Ugh. When you're in pain, you become a lone wolf, a pack leader. Only when you're hard on yourself can you find your true strength. A real man goes his own way. He stands alone like a mountain. Truly brilliant wisdom, don't you agree, Sir Jaka? Tome sounds a bit suspect. I wouldn't pay it much mind, Elmer. It's almost like those horoscopes some women like reading. Fluff. You get like 30 crit if nobody is within 3 spaces of you or something. It's something like that. So like, if nobody's around you, you get insane buffs. I'm gonna get strong, Sir Jaka, then that girl will like me. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, a 10-kilometer run. I'm gonna become the strongest battle mage in all of Andaron. Good luck with that, Elmer. I mean, look at him. He's got this with his crappy crap. What you cooking, Barrett? It smells fantastic. I'm making fish stew with some trout I caught earlier. Hope you didn't put any dirt in it this time. No dirt, unfortunately. This was my mother's favorite stew. She taught me how to make it when I was 9 years old. Doesn't smell quite like fish. It has a flowery smell. That's the unique fragrance of the flash freeze flower. It's a plant that only grows atop Mount Frostborn. The flash freeze flower, I heard Skilla mention it to Halfdan. It seemed pretty important. It's an amazing flower, considered a panacea for most ailments in Hornheim. While delicious when cooked, it's most useful as a home remedy for cold. Even that awful plague that struck Andaron was no match for the flower. Sag. What, it can help people infected by the plague? Of course. The same plague that ravaged Andaron 20 years ago? Yes, you're acting strange, Jaka. Can it fully heal the plague, or only ease the symptoms? As long as you cook it properly, the flash freeze flower is a cure-all. Surprised you don't know about it. It's common knowledge up here. How can this be? All this time there was a flower that could have saved my father? Why didn't Baudimon tell me? How could he have overlooked something so significant? I don't know, Jaka. It isn't a secret or anything. I personally helped pick and deliver a batch to a shipper. The flowers wilt and die when taken out of the cold, but they should have lasted a month without losing their efficacy. Plenty of time to deliver them overseas to Andaron people. I don't understand. Nobody ever mentioned this to me. Never even heard a rumor. If Baudimon knew, he'd have told me for sure. I haven't a clue, but I'm sorry I upset you. Thought everyone knew. The flower only grows on Mount Frostmoor, but it's abundant up there. It just takes some effort to brave the elements. It's not your fault. I'm sorry for that outburst. My father died of the plague, but there was a cure. I could have saved him. If I were in your position, I'd probably react the same way. Perhaps we can find out together why nobody knows of the flower. I'll see what I can dig up. Thanks for the talk, Barrett. Oh, and save me a bowl of your stew. You bets. What are you doing, Bjarki? Studying this building. Is there something strange about it? No, it's ordinary. And you seem so fascinated by it. Houses in my village, very similar design. Not much difference. Your point being? Father spoke to me, talked about Scotty witches. Said they lived in towers, towers of ice and snow. When things are shrouded in a veil of mystery, myths will form. Clan Scotty is very secretive. They don't deal with outsiders. So why have they given us refuge? Isn't it obvious? They wanted our help in recruiting the Berserkers. You seem unconvinced. They want more. Like what? Don't know. More. They might ask us for more favors, but I don't mind bashing a few skulls in. Small price to pay for keeping us safe from Mortimer's prying eyes. He won't dare charge blindly into these frozen wastelands and inside a war. Tyranar will crush him if he even tries. Be careful, always watch back. Complacency invites death. Naturally, but I think you're fearful of superstition. Scotty's a normal clan like all the other ones. No, you should listen to him. Bet they tell tall tales about the icebreakers too. What tales? Probably something outlandish, saying you eat babies. Doubtful. Babies taste bad. Flesh is not nutritious. Says guy who's clearly eaten baby. Deer make for better game. How would you know what baby flesh tastes like? Answer me, Bjarki. Prefer not to say. My god, did you eat a baby? Of course not. I was only joking. But you did not laugh. You were joking? Oh, Divines, you had me scared, Viking. Don't say things like that. You're too hard to read. Yes, it was only a joke. I carve wood now. Goodbye. He totally ate a baby. Yeah, he ate a baby. Doc, I need to ask you a question. Ask away. Would you choose Baudimon over your own family? That came out of left field. Why are you asking me this? I'm just curious. Yeah, well, it would depend. On what? Can you lay out a scenario for me? I think that would make it easier. Let's say Mortimer threatened to kill your family if you didn't kill Baudimon. Would you choose your family over his life? Aha, I see where this is going. You do? This is about Samuel again, isn't it? You think Mortimer threatened him. Simply want to know what a true knight would do if forced into such a dilemma. If I can grasp grandfather's actions, maybe I can avoid repeating them. I'm not a knight, but I know one thing. Samuel went behind his friend's back. A person with real honor and integrity would never do such a thing. He would have confronted Baudimon head-on and laid out his grievances. If I understand Theo, grandfather often did voice his discontent. He told Baudimon many times that he disagreed with his actions. Aye, that was my job as well. Baud was quite reckless. It could be frustrating trying to keep him in check. However, I would never have betrayed him, no matter what. But what if... Christina, you can keep creating these hypothetical what-if scenarios. It won't do you any good. But your grandfather made a mistake, simple as that. The sooner you accept this, the sooner you can move on. What's up, Buggy? Buggy, what are you carrying? You're sneaking around again. Booze. Booze? Yeah, you want some? Where in the world did you find it? There are no taverns here. In the tent of the old hag, she had several barrels. Wait, you mean Scylla? She gave you booze? Sure, let's go with that. Buggy, did you steal that from Scylla? Alcohol is dangerous for old folks. I'm basically looking out for her. Yeah, I agree. He's a hero. Are you daft? She takes us in and you repay her by... Do you want some or what? No, I'm not a thief. I refuse to drink stolen liquor. Hey pal, I'm not the one whose best friend just got murdered. But if I was, I'd sure as hell want some alcohol about now. Pour me a pint. Never speak of this again. My man, you're not such a stiff after all. Shut up. Ah, Buggy. You must be Ralphnir. Sigrid mentioned you in passing. I hear she swayed you to join our side during the battle. I joined for my own reasons. That Scotty witch had no bearing. I'm the son of Dormond the Red, former Jarl of the Icebreakers. I mean, I think, yeah, his ability is very good. For an axe user, he's not gonna miss much. And why has Dormond's son decided to abandon his clan? Because my father died. Sorry to hear that. My dad passed away when I was about your age. How did your father? He lost his life during Holmgang. Sounds like a Viking term to me. Care to explain it to this foreigner? Holmgang is a duel to the death, fought within the Ring of Honor. Any Viking can challenge another to Holmgang to settle a dispute. To refuse is to forsake all honor. It is a fate worse than death. And who challenged your father? The new Jarl of Clan Icebreaker, Tyranar. Ah, Tyranar. I keep hearing his name get brought up lately. So your father was the Jarl? Does that make you a prince? I am nothing anymore. When my father fell, I lost it all. My privilege, my honor, and my last living parent. Can't be easy being a Jarl's son. Knowing someone can just walk up and challenge your father at any time. It is the Icebreaker way. The strong rule the weak. What about switching sides to join my mercenary corps? Is that also part of the Icebreaker way? This is temporary. I wish to grow stronger. I will explore the world and train in secret. One day I will return to challenge Tyranar, and I will crush his bones and play his skin. It's the only reason I'm here. The only reason? What about Helga's sister, Sigrid? Couldn't help but notice you've been sneaking peeks. What? No way, I won't be entranced by a Scotty witch. You sure? Oh, maybe I was mistaken. I happen to be quite the ladies' man. Not as much as Bowdyman was, but I'm experienced in my own right. I was thinking of offering you some tips, but perhaps I misjudged you. Tips like to, maybe I did hit the mark after all. Well, if you want to impress a girl... Quiet, fool, keep your voice down, leaning close so I can hear better. No problem, kid, now listen. To the advice of a true romantic. Hey, what's up, Mark? Truly beautiful, this land of ice and snow. Now belugas have a home in Arctic Cove. I'm sorry, I have to keep saying that. Peaceful and calm, distant from the world's woes. You can easily forget we have to kill an errant king. We're only up here for a while, Fred. Then we're heading back to Andaron. Do you have any regrets about being here with us instead of Mortimer? Truthfully, I do somewhat. Randall was a bastard, but Mortimer, I was joking. Don't tell me you actually... You are a commoner, Jaka. What's that supposed to mean? You trying to pick a fight? I'm only stating a fact. It's essential you understand this. I'm a noble. I was raised and groomed to achieve greatness. From my perspective, Mortimer's actions were vile, but not... How to put it? Sounds like you're about to defend him. I'm only playing devil's advocate. I do not endorse Mortimer's actions. We do not know the real Mortimer. Who knows? Perhaps we never will. What is clear is that the man you spoke to in the past lied to you. He concealed his blade well, for he must have believed it to be essential. Your point being? I do not claim to know Mortimer well, but I did grow up alongside him. I doubt he is a wretched evildoer. You must believe truly that his goals are for the good of Andaron's people. Did you know that in their heyday, the former Steel Brothers were the same? You mean Thorgrim, Robert, and Galahad? That's right, they nearly engaged in a similarly bloody rule for supremacy. Thorgrim the eldest, Robert the middle child, and Galahad the youngest. Robert and Bowdyman were similar, neither cared much for the throne. But Thorgrim and Randall were brutal tyrants their brothers detested. Galahad thought to make a move on him on the crown, but Thorgrim tricked him. He convinced Galahad to temporarily become leader of the Steel Knights. What he did not know was that his vows superseded any right of becoming king. He could never again lay claim to the throne, not even by killing Thorgrim. I've never heard that story. Wonder why Bow didn't tell me. It was an open secret, and an embarrassment for Sir Galahad. He had become the most powerful Knight of Steel ever, but he always longed for the right to rule instead of his older brother. Now put yourself in Mortimer's shoes. You have seen Thorgrim's bloody, brutal rule. You know what sort of king Randall will be. What do you do? I wouldn't kill my brother, that much is for sure. As I said, Jaka, you're a commoner. You cannot fathom the guilt we feel. We nobles, we rulers. What guilt? You're not speaking clearly. If you were Mortimer and you chose to do nothing, you might feel shame. By allowing Randall to run unchecked over Andaron, you'd damn thousands. Every terrible mass casualty event would tear at your heartstrings. You would always feel as if your inaction killed those people. So kill Randall and let Bowdyman rule. Bowdyman would have been a great king. Mortimer even said so himself. He lied to Bowdyman so he could kill him. Mortimer's just being a greedy bastard, no better than Thorgrim or Caithus. Bowdyman intended to marry Alonda, and her ambitions, they ran deep. Who can say how Caithus' daughter would coerce Bowdyman over time? Better to kill Bowdyman and Randall than guide Andaron's future himself. At least that's how I imagine the Third Prince's thoughts to work. Those arguments don't absolve Mortimer of his wrongdoing. He is evil, he has to die, and I will be the one to impale him. As I said, you think like a commoner, Jaka. This will always be the limit of your station. That's why nobody likes you, Fred. Wow. How engaging. What's that in your hand, Estelle? A new spell? It's Sir Jacko. No, sir, this isn't a scroll of magic. This is a book that old woman in the tent gave me. Skilla? Yes, Grandma Skylar. Okay, no, I said. This book is called The Man Who Fell from the Sky. It's truly an unforgettable tale of human perseverance. Well, the title sounds a little interesting. What's the plot? You won't believe it. It's about a man who fell out of the sky. Who would have guessed? But it's not a fictional story. It's based on historical events. Have you heard of Sir Joseph? Yeah, he's the patriarch of the Lightbringers. He's also their head honcho, their founding father. Is he the one who fell out of the sky? No, not Joseph. The man who fell out of the sky was actually his father. The story goes Joseph's father was a deity known as a World Walker. Before he fell to our world, humans were slaves to all of demonkind. But the World Walker was like a god. He could fight demon emperors alone. The World Walker's bones were made of metal. His fists could shatter rocks. If anything injured him, he could even heal himself in seconds without magic. Legend has it that the World Walker even had mini-gods flowing through his veins. It's starting to sound a bit... While humanity suffered, the World Walker opened the path between here and heaven. He released the captured divines and they slaughtered the demons to save humanity. All of this just 5,000 years ago. You don't seriously believe any of that crap, do you, Estelle? It's ridiculous on its face. It's a verified historical tome, why wouldn't I believe it? Surely Sir Joseph's father must have been an extraordinary man. All the people who talk about the guys are loons. I don't even know if this Sir Joseph really exists. Besides breaking boulders with his fists, healing injuries without casting any magic, it's clearly a story meant to entertain little kids. Ah, stupid peasant, how can you claim to know more than an expert? Leave it to a secularist to reject the truth of our divines. But I do believe in the divines. Not sincerely enough. Yeah, I did get the Nosferatu tome for her. She has Dormagond for some reason, which is ass. What's up, Half-Dan? I thought you were leaving. I am, little lad. I'm just taking in the sights before I go. The place holds memories. You and Skyla seem to have a past. When we were both young, we would spend a lot of time together. Back then, she was like a fairy. Long purple hair, icy blue eyes. She stole my heart and never gave it back. That damned woman. Oh, what if he was like Superman strong, though? And yet, you did not seal the deal. Ah, no, she married some sorcerer. I suppose she was more interested in someone who could cast spells. Later I heard he had gotten killed. Some say she caused his death. A violent marriage dispute? Who knows? Skyla had a temper. Woe to any man who foolishly angered her. Suppose it must run in the family. Helga seems to enjoy threatening me multiple times before breakfast. Beware of Scotty, girl. They are beautiful but deadly. So I hear they call you the Ravenous Bear. As well as Half-Dan the Invincible. That's not what you were last chapter when you SD'd 8 times. More like Half-Dan the Dumbass. It's quite the title. Been called that for many years now. Nearly 60 winters have I seen. I have attended countless battles, fought enemies beyond measure. Yet death has not claimed me. I must be cursed. You want to die? In battle. Why is that important? I want to feast and drink with my ancestors in Valhalla. If I die in my bed, I will be cursed to linger in Helheim. A ghost wandering for eternity. No fate could be more tragic. That explains why you Vikings fight so ferociously. This Helheim sounds like a very scary place. Let's hope we never have to go there. Will not be my fate. I will seek my death soon. There must be someone out there who can kill me. Can't you just go fall on some poor fool's spear? Funny little boy, leave it to a southerner. But I wasn't joking. La 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 la. You're awfully chipper today. What's the good news, Shay? It's nothing really, Jock. I just really enjoy this snow. And so does my Pegasus, Miranda. Look how happy she is. Didn't Pegasi originally come from Hornheim? It's no wonder they'd like this climate so much. The founder of my house traveled to Hornheim with his wife. There they encountered wild Pegasi and were able to tame a few of them. Then they flew back to Andaron where they founded House Windlace. It's a nice story, but something is off. I've never seen Vikings riding Pegasi. If Pegasi are native to Hornheim, why haven't the Vikings domesticated them? Pegasi are quite picky, and will only let people with gentle hearts ride them. Vikings are too brutish and cruel. What about the dark winged steeds that Helga and her harriers ride on? Those are halicorns, they're not like Pegasi. What's the difference? Halicorns do not come from our world, they hail from the realm of terrors. I've never been near one, but just looking at Helga's steed scares me. Wait, so you're telling me Helga's riding atop a terror? In a way, yes. I cannot even begin to imagine how they domesticated them. Must have used powerful magic. Remind me to stay away from that woman. She scares me too, but I would still like to talk to her someday. Why is that? I saw her petting her halicorn earlier. It was obvious she cared for it a lot. Maybe their bond is not so different from the one I have with my steed? You always try to see the best in people, Shay. I really like that about you. Reminds me of my sister. Thanks. Hey Helga. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot. I cut a man's foot off once. Is there a reason you're so vicious? Grandmother made a mistake when she invited you here. We don't need the help of a bunch of southerners, especially idiot man. You sound like you'd rather be the head shaman over Skilla. Do you seek to take her place as rule as head of Scotty? Ignorant southerner, that's not how Clan Scotty works. What do you mean? The head shaman is not selected by bloodline like you southerners do. Clan Scotty's leader is anointed at birth by the previous leader. At birth, a child of exceptional talent is chosen. A ritual brings them closer to darkness. Skyla will pick the next head shaman when her time on this plane draws to a close. A ritual, you say? It's part of our ancient traditions, passed down from one head to the next. As for the details, I'm not privy to how the ritual functions. Only the past and present elders are worthy of possessing that knowledge. So you or Sigrid will never lead? No, we were not chosen at birth. Skella said we were not gifted. She's waiting for an exceptional child to be born among our clan. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, Amon gets picked? To be the leader of this clan? Because theoretically, he is born here. And she does do shit with him. Personally, I think grandmother is waiting to marry one of us off. An arranged marriage? Who's the lucky guy? Probably some fool from Clan Berserk, or perhaps even the Icebreakers. If it ensured Scotty's survival, Skilla would consider a political marriage. You don't seem the type to accept an arranged marriage easily. As long as it spares Sigrid the pain of marrying some bastard, I'd do it. Yeah, it would not surprise me. Interesting. I'm glad you think so. Now leave me. I can barely tolerate your smell. Just when I thought you were starting to warm up to me. The only way you'll warm me up is if I throw you in a fire pit. Such a kind woman. Piss off. Hey Sigrid, how'd the chat with your grandmother go? Oh, it went fine, I suppose. I didn't really pay attention. What are you holding there? Is that a sketchbook? Oh yes, I love drawing. It's one of my hobbies. Can I take a look? Sure. Wow, these are impressive. You really think so? I never feel like I can get the details right. These are drawings of Helga. You even drew her wearing lots of different outfits. I really like the one that shows off her thighs. You should draw more like that one, in my opinion. My sister's the only person I can get to model for me. Thus, I tend to draw lots of pictures of her. Hey Sigrid, I have a great idea. What is it? If you draw everyone in my army, we'll all be spending a lot of time here. I'd get everyone to model for you so you get lots of practice drawing. Imagine how happy everyone would be if you drew a portrait of them. Sounds like a lot of work. Just said you didn't have many people to draw here. Yes, but drawing every member of your army? That sounds quite... Sounds what? What if I make them look ugly? They'll hate my drawing. Of course, what if they only pretend to like it for me? What if my drawing actually makes them super upset? Come on, Sigrid, these are great. Everyone will love them, trust me. I don't know. Why don't you start with drawing me? I promise to be honest with you. Okay, I suppose. Great, can't wait. Albert, are you alright? I'm fine. You seem disturbed. I suppose it would not hurt to tell you. Clan Scotty has a foul air lingering about it. It's people, it's women, they are void-touched. Alonda said the same thing. What does that mean, though? They're attuned to dark magic? Not all dark magi are void-touched, but all void-touched are dark magi. Do not trust these servants of the devils. They are not our friends. I don't need friends. I need a base of power so I can challenge Mortimer. I understand your desires. I understand your pain. But this old man has a proposal. Go on. Do not put all your eggs in one basket, Jaka. Don't let skill lead you around by the nose. Develop alternatives to your partnership. I'm not sure I follow. What options are you suggesting? Clan Scotty may be of use to us in battling Mortimer, but it is not the only clan that can offer us benefits. Are you saying I should plot behind Skilla's back? That I should look for a way to betray her in due time? I only ask that you not place too much trust in these Scotty women. If a void touch can betray you, they absolutely will. Maybe you're just paranoid or you're scared like Ilanda. All this void touch business sounds like mumbo jumbo to me. Do as you please then. I only hope you won't regret your choice. No need to be such a downer, Grandpa. I'll look into alternatives to Skylight. At the very least, it can't hurt to have other allies in the rear wing. Good, good. I will take my leave then. Oh yeah, and Jaka's got decent stats. Like, his speed's good, his strength's good, his defense is great. And his health is high, so, you know, I'm not super worried about him. Oh, Jaka, perfect timing. What's up, Angela? Need me for something? Actually, I'm trying to compose a dark ballad. Can you think of any words that rhyme with Asmodeus? Wow, why would you be thinking about Asmodeus? Asmodeus, I feel like I've heard that name somewhere recently. Indeed, his name does seem to be whispered by the wind, and by the wind I mean me, all the time. He is the current Emperor of Armies, a mighty demon ruler. Why are you writing a song about a demon emperor, though? Seems a little dark, doesn't it? We Darkholmes are quite familiar with Asmodeus. My brother Varg has even traveled to Helheim. Helheim? That's the realm of the demons. Why would he ever want to go there? Wouldn't the demons rip him to shreds? Did I say something funny? You know, Jaka, terrors and demons are not the same thing. Terrors are simply reanimated, mindless, undead monsters. But demons are just as smart as any human you've met. and my brother is one of the mightiest mages in Andaron. So the demons fear him? They avoid him? My brother Varg is like a walking calamity to creatures of darkness. He likes to capture them and perform experiments on them while they scream. No demon wants to fall into Varg's hands, lest they become a material for him. Hope you realize how horrifying that sounds. Of course, Varg cannot contend against the demon dukes and emperors. He keeps his distance when these mighty existences roam near, like Asmodeus. Exactly. Let me warn you, Jaka. Hope your shoveling went well. Run if you encounter Asmodeus. He's not a foe you can defeat. Spears will not protect you. If I agree with him, he'll give me a spear that'll protect me. No, I would never do that. So is he the strongest demon emperor in Helheim? On the contrary, Asmodeus is the youngest and the weakest. Even so, he would still erase your life in a single slap. It's going okay. It's going okay. We're doing a lot of, like, how do you know about this stuff? Noted. Luckily, I don't see why I'd ever encounter that demon. You never know. Yeah. Hey, Isha. Hey, yo, Jaka boy. How's Hornheim treating you? Regret coming with us yet? Oh no, I love it. Thought you'd prefer warmer climates, being from Styxia and all. I hated Styxia. The heat was horrible. The sun reminds me of my days as a slave. I suppose you won't have many happy memories of your homeland. I like it here. The Vikings are ferocious. Fighting them has been so much fun. These are the people who can appreciate a good brawl followed by a good drink. You were born in the wrong nation, Aisha. Maybe you're a true Viking at heart. I do hope Brandon will be alright without me, though. He's a tough old rugged sea dog. He was a pirate for many years. He'll be just fine on his own. He used to say you were like a son to him. He was best friends with my father for many years. Before Dad became a soldier, they sailed together. Apparently went on some very exciting adventures. He never told me those stories. His friendship with my dad, it didn't end well. What happened? They both fell in love with my mom. It kind of tore them apart. And yet he's always treated you so well. I think he realizes that if things were different, he could easily have been my real father. That actually explains a lot. I'm gonna go get some mead. Truly disgusting. I hope you're not talking about me. Look at this shining, illustrious, snowy winterland. A visual delight. But it is so clogged with darkness it makes my pores cry out in pain. Tried exfoliating? Imbecile, I'm being serious. Think with your brain for once. Alright, so you don't like the Scottians. Neither does Ilonda. What else is new? You don't know how disappointing it is to return after 1,000 years. My siblings and I built the powers of Andaron ourselves from scratch. Now they have crumbled into ashes. At the same time, a darkness grows here in Hornheim's snowy wasteland. Andaron's Lightbringer shrines ended up torn down by that Thorgrim brat. Stupid, arrogant male bastard, he set in motion a slow-moving calamity. Vowed learned from Ilonda that the shrines protect us from terror. I'm not sure how demons play into the rest of the big picture, though. Once demons roamed our world, Terra 5,000 years ago. They ruled. But that changed when my grandparents began the empowering of humanity. I like it too. We stole the power of the divines and used it to beat back the demons. Humanity stole the power of the divines? They gave it to us, but they had no choice in the matter. You see, the divines created demons to be their obedient little servants. Such hubris allowed their lessers to rise up and overthrow the divines. After the demons killed most of the divines, humanity took their magic. We beat back the demons on the old continent, and Andaron now as well. But make no mistake, humanity may have won the war, but the demons still exist. They lurk in the shadows, waiting for a chance to strike at our bases of power. You believe the Scottians are assisting the demons? Or perhaps they are working as their agents, their pawns? The terrors you know, do you believe they are truly terrifying existences? Well, we do call them terrors for a reason. The strongest terror you'll ever encounter is but a pale shadow of their creator. Demon Emperors Valak and Mephisto, those two took centuries for my father to kill. Okay, now Asmodeus reigns in Helheim's realm, the successor to the previous emperors, and the Scottians do travel to Helheim. Sounds as if you believe the Scottians are collaborating with a demon emperor. Yep, Valak and Mephisto. Though, are they still alive or are they dead? I'm assuming they're alive and they just aren't in control of Helheim now. I should have wiped out this northern hellhole when I was at my full strength. I knew even back then their elders were sympathetic to the influence of darkness. I simply assumed my descendants would be able to finish the job. Bah, useless. But proof? Brad, I can smell the evil in the air. What more proof do I need? Well, the rest of us can't smell evil, so we have to rely on your testimony. It'd just be nice to have better proof to go off than a woman's intuition. Dawn, put down the sword. Does your intuition tell you where I'm about to stab you? I wanted to save me. Your ancestor's a bully. Looks like we can finally breathe a bit. Do you intend for us to stay here long? I don't know. Do you have a better idea? If we go back to Andaron, we're dead. Mortimer's agents are likely scouring the continent for it even as we speak. I suppose this place is remote enough. It's beautiful aside from the cold. Yes, this is like one of the last times we'll see good portrait. Ice Flow reminds me of Silver Mist. I thought you hated Silver Mist. I hated living in exile, but the people there made it bearable. And what about now? I have my friends here with me, also my child inside me. Bodymon lives on through him. How do you know it's a boy? I have seen glimpses of his future. Yes, the famed Lightbringer's visions. Bodymon claimed he saw them once. When you and him went to the shrine, he talked about seeing his mother. I thought he had gone mad. It's true, he was granted a vision. He saw the fate of his mother. I thought Maria was killed by the Lightbringers. That's what House Steel claimed, but there was no truth to it. Thorgrim used it as an excuse to wage a stupid rebellion. We did have a discussion earlier that maybe, because Scylla, they said that Scylla was waiting for a gifted child to be born to become the head of Clan Scotty. So, because Aemon is born here, and she does do all that stuff, it's almost like she anoints him as the next leader of Clan Scotty. So I think he's gonna be, I think they're probably gonna play into that in the third game. That he is technically going to be picked by the previous leader to be the rightful leader of Clan Scotty. Kind of like, you know, Ganondorf, where it's like the only male in a clan who ends up being the leader. My father and Maria were friends. She would often visit us. Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of that future she saw is probably going to be invalidated by what happens next. Or at least altered. But I don't know. I don't know if like she sees the future as it is going to be, or if she sees it based on no weird events happening that would alter the flow of fate or whatever. My mother Iris often put on plays for Maria as well. King Caithus and Maria? Bod never told me that. As a child, I remember waking up at night and walking through the castle halls. I remember hearing their laughter. Sometimes they even sang together. She was in his private quarters late at night? That probably doesn't mean anything. What are you implying? They're just friends. Uh-huh. Just friends. My father was happily married to my mother, and he would never cheat on her. He loved her more than anything in this world, is what he told me many times as I was a kid. Not uncommon for kings to have mistresses. There's no way my mother would miss the signs of infidelity. Besides, my father doted on her like you wouldn't believe. Who says she wasn't okay with their situation? Maybe Iris knew of the matter, but... Would you dare speak this way if Balymon were here? Those are my deceased parents you're talking about, Jaka. Sorry, I meant no disrespect. Val would have broken my nose. He always puts his mother up on a pedestal, even though she was from House Flameguard. Ugh. Never liked that family. They creep me out. Maria was not like the rest of her family, I assure you. Suppose you're right about that. There's good and bad apples in all houses. Balymon was not like his two brothers. He was good, honorable, and kind. I'll make sure his son grows up to be a man his father will be proud of. I'll do everything I can to help. Okay, I think that's everyone, but we need to buy some gear now. In preparation for what we're about to deal with. Okay, I have a white gem, that's good. I can get another $10,000. I just want to keep stock. They have decent stuff. Okay, we have 3 holy swords. We have a holy lance. We have 2 holy axes. Okay, what do we want to buy here? Nosferatu is tempting to get another one of those. Matrona is also not bad. But I don't think we need Matrona right now. Also, you need an A to use it, so... Barrier's not bad either, but... I really want to get a Nosferatu tome, so I'm buying one. I'm not going to buy a second one, though. Let's buy an Exorcism. Let's buy a Ruin as well. Okay, let's see what they have in here. Okay, they have flame swords. They also have a rune sword. Flame lances, an umbra blade, which gives you, like, dark axe power. I don't really need an axe. Sure, let's get another one. We're gonna get an Elwind as well. Okay, I think that's pretty much what we need. We're good for now. I mean, we're not gonna be okay. There's not really much we can do about that. It's just gonna suck. But we're as ready as we're going to be. Jockey, you returned to me. How can I help you? We haven't had much time to talk, Skull. I wanted to run something by you. I'm quite busy, but for you I shall make an exception. I have an idea to solve your situation permanently. What situation? The angry granddaughter one or the war one? The latter. Hear me out. I think we should consider attacking Tyranar. Take the fight to him. Instate our own man or woman as the new Jarl. I haven't given it much thought, but maybe your wisdom can help us here. Is this idea even viable, or is it a non-starter from the very beginning? How did you concoct such a wild fantasy? If we have to do battle with all of the Icebreaker clan, we'll lose. Their numbers are superior, they have more elites than Skadi or Berserk. Even if you combine your forces, you'll only be able to defend for a while. A targeted attack on Tyranar could end this entire war before it even starts. I'm not opposed. At this point, we are already knee-deep in the feces. Either we give in and become Tyranar's vassals, or we try something drastic. But how would you propose we attack Tyranar inside his stronghold? His warriors will shoot my harriers out of the skies without issue. I haven't thought that far ahead, unfortunately. I only want to know if you think the plan is viable. Do you have anyone who can challenge the mightiest Icebreaker to Holmgang? Tyranar will not be a weak adversary. If you fail, your men will die. You think of a way to get me there, and I'll work on how to beat him. Men always hatch the most harebrained schemes. This old woman will do what she can in the coming weeks. For now, see how Halfdan and the others feel. I dare not proceed without Berserk backing us up. I'll do that. Peace be upon you, Skyla, and you as well. Alright, I have a plan. If I want to defeat Mortimer, I'll need an army. Perhaps if we could defeat Tyranar, I can turn the Vikings into my own soldiers. But it'll take time to formulate the perfect avenue of attack. For now, I'll get to work writing up drafts for this campaign. Wonder if Berserk would be able to help me defeat Tyranar. Meanwhile, in the capital of Malthrak. Back we go! Hey, it's Regalialess Alexander. What a bum. My liege. What is it, Alexander? I come bringing a message from the King of Styxia. Has Kangdax finally deigned to accept our offer? It appears so. He will be sending a man named Sethos to visit the dungeon. He promises to complete satisfaction when we see our treasury shining with gold. As long as it helps refill the coffers, this business is also unpleasant. My liege? Randall was such a wastrel, spending Malthrak's coin as if it were water. Now we have to make dealings with darkness to restore Andaron's name. I was not aware you were so opposed to those aligned with Shadow, especially given the unsavory acts you committed to take the throne. If I were Randall, you'd be dead for speaking so bluntly. If you were Randall, I would have not supported your rise. Is that all? Perhaps we will also consider heeding one of my requests? Regarding? Sir Samuel and Lady Beatrice are dead. House Rose is in disarray. Now House Rose is struggling to safeguard their farmlands. House Speargarden would be glad to alleviate their burden. By the way, there was a recent video that came out that kind of gave more detail on all the houses of Andaron in preparation for Rebellion Saga. And the reason he's talking about this, I think, now, is because House Rose and House Speargarden were the same house at one point. And there was a duel between the ancestor of Speargarden and the ancestor of Rose for who would lead it, because they were brother and sister. And they were fighting for regalias and stuff. And the sister won. So she took over House Rose, and then he was defeated, but then Sir Joseph granted him a regalia after that, and he became House Speargarden. They basically became like the cops. So they're very closely entwined. Yeah, you can go ahead. It's very interesting. It goes into information on Darkholme, on Speargarden, yeah. And it even shows some of the areas. I guess it was Rose Garden, I don't know. I think it was just called House Rose at the time. The Speargarden just popped out of it later. But like it shows like some of Darkholme's lands, and it also shows like some of the rulers too. So it's neat. I don't know if they'll be directly influenced in the game or not. Because it only shows people from Andaron Saga and apparently Rebellion Saga. But there's a lot of interesting stuff going on there. Always the opportunist, Alex. Very well, you may seize Rose's farms and cities. Take good care of them until we can install an heir for Rose's lordship. I'll allow you to draw up a short list of names if you know anyone willing. I might know a few candidates capable of handling the burden. Good, now if you'll excuse me, I can't spare the mental focus on this clone. I take my leave. Lucky devil, if only I possessed such a useful skill. Who knows how much better I'd be at managing Speargarden. Lady Cassandra, Lord Wester. Alex, where is His Highness? Our king has departed. Again, always right when I need to speak to him. Damned illusionist. His Majesty comes and goes wherever he pleases. You don't have the right to question his movements. Why is he always absent? We need him here in the capital. Did he go and run off to that Lightbringer shrine again? What does he do there all day long? It's bizarre. I imagine he's working on a top-secret project of some sort. It's none of my business now, if you'll excuse me. I don't like that Alexander. He's scheming behind our back. Now that we've deposed Randall, we'll return to the old ways. You meaning? Don't play stupid with me, Lord of Windbags. Our camaraderie has ended. From now on, we're rivals. We'll return to our previous acts of trickery and deceit. I care not for these petty games of nobles. Yes, such a kind man you are. Your brother thought so. You watch your mouth, harlot. Those rumors are baseless. Lord Manster died with dignity. I gave him a proper funeral. Far be it from me to imply you were the one who buried the knife in his back. You, the man who cast out his son. I keep my house clean of filth and debauchery. Not like you, who wallows in her depravity with glee. How many men have you seduced with that slit-tongued wench? It's always a pleasure talking to such a fine, upstanding man. Take care of yourself, Wester. Flameguard Snake. Alright. Here we go. Hell time. Oh yeah, everyone's all good. 6 months pass as Jaka's mercenary corps prepares to assault Tyranar. Jaka has not wasted any time during this period, but has forged ahead. Now he and Skella are ready to enact the final phase of their master plan. City of Buggy? No. Jaka, grandmother wants to see you. 6 months, I've waited so long. Finally, Stormfall Day is here. Since the conditions are ideal to open the rift, so get moving, we don't have all day to waste. Believe me, nobody wants this plan to succeed more than me. I'll join you in a minute. After all this time, she still hates me. I'm here, sorry to keep you waiting. Everything is proceeding according to your plan. Halfdan has been working hard to draw Tyranar's gaze north. With the Jarl distracted, he won't see your forces coming. So let me make sure I have this straight. You're gonna open a portal to Helheim, and then my people use it to reach Tyranar? Remember that this was your idea, Jaka. The only other option is to fly there, but the icebreakers will see us coming and swiftly shoot us out of the sky. My Harriers are good for assault, but not for operations based on stealth. Traveling through Helheim will be an extremely dangerous endeavor. I guarantee you will arrive inside the icebreaker's capital, Nidaros. But even so, you will still have to defeat Tyranar to claim his title. Oh, we're gonna make it happen. We will find a way. Do you understand that this may end up being a one-way mission, Jaka? I do. I'm also going to ask you to let Ilonda stay behind so she can get kidnapped. She's near due to deliver her baby, but needs to avoid battle. Of course, my clan is perfectly skilled at delivering babies. We will ensure she has the best care during this critical period. Alright, Helga, this is a dangerous mission. Are you sure you want to come with my group? You might not live to see tomorrow's dawn. This concerns the fate of my entire clan. If some Southerners are going, then so am I. Besides, if you die, then we're all screwed anyway. If you fail, you will alert Tyrannard to our intentions. He will march on Skadi, he will come to slaughter us all. Then I guess I'd better not fail. Make sure your affairs are in order before you leave. I will summon the rift at noon, so move with haste. I'll be ready. And there you have it, we're leaving today. It's hard to believe that after 6 months the day is here. The day of Stormfall, where the Thunder Walker may meet his end. I wish I could go with you, Jaka, but this belly. Val didn't want his wife fighting on the front lines while pregnant. I'll be able to think more clearly if I know you're here safe and sound. Theodore, you'll stay with her while I'm gone if we fail the mission, so we lose him for this one too. Worry not, Jaka, I will hide my lady somewhere even the gods won't look. Remember, Ilana, this isn't only Baldemon's child. The baby represents Andaron's hope for a better future. I'm not attacking Tyrannard for myself, but for Andaron's sake. You have to succeed, Jaka. You have to return in one piece. I can't lose Bowd and you both. The guilt would eat me alive. I've planned every part of this mission out. Surviving Helheim will be the hardest part. It gives me a chance to work some other units out, though. It's fine. I mean, Ilonda's out for most of the rest of the game anyway. But we can... I'm going to repair Starlight with the second staff, Hemmern, and give it to Albert, because he should be able to equip it as a Lightbringer. And I'll use it mainly to boost his magic so he can be a staff bot. At least initially, until I can train the others to replace it. That's the idea I have, because you could give it to Dawn, but, like, the stat boost isn't that useful for her. 10 magic is great, but, Like, I have other plans for her at the moment, for this chapter anyway. Once we reach Nidaros, it'll be smooth sailing, I hope. Take care, Jaka. I will pray to the divines for your safe return. With such a beauty supplicating herself, I'll be in good hands. That's weird. There's no chance those divines will let me die now. A few hours later, the preparations are complete. I will now open the rift to Helheim. Once inside, Helga will guide you. What exactly can we expect to see in this place? Helheim is the realm where terrors originate from. It is a dark, unforgiving place for the living. Do not let your guard down for even a split second. And you have traveled there before? This will be Helga's 6th journey. She knows the place well. 20 years ago, I even sent a southerner inside at his request. Some eccentric magus fellow, as I recall. Who would that be? Listen well to my words. This is important if I command your men. They must obey. Yep, Varg. Helheim is dangerous. We need to be quick. No arguing with me once we're there. Another thing that video talked about with Darkholme is like, every house had, like, a requirement that they were expected to do by Joseph. House Steel were, like, the, like, law and order guys. House Rose, I can't remember what they were all supposed to do. But Darkholme's was to record history. That was their job. So, that's probably one of the main reasons Angelus is always everywhere, because his job is to record history. But, you know, I still think that, like, that's only part of what they're doing. But we'll find out probably in one of the games eventually. Helheim is dangerous. We need to be quick. No arguing with me once we're there. As long as you don't command me to fling myself off a cliff. Don't tempt me. Helheim is a maze of doors, portals, and rifts to nowhere. You'll need Helga to navigate through their winding passages. True. Once inside, she can show you the safe path to travel. But if you lose her, you'll be forever trapped in the void. Open the portal already. Let's get this over with. Whoa, it's a blue portal. Cool. Wow, would you look at these muscles? I had no idea how much stronger I'd gotten. Why, I bet I could take on Jarl Tyrannard, just about anyone. If I knew if I worked at it, I'd become a great warrior. I'm Ralfnir, son of Dorman. My legend is just beginning. Time to make a decision. Do we make him into a Viking, a pirate, or a fighter? I mean, I don't even know what the hell a frickin'... I don't even know what a Viking does versus the others. Like, Fighter seems kind of poopy. Yeah. Alright, let's save state. Let's see what Viking does. Okay, Ralfnir, yeah, so it's like he levels up to a C in Axis. Important to note that. If we do that. That one gave 13. Okay, this one gives speed. 10. So he has 10 con. So Pirate gives 10 con. Ralfnir ends up as a fighter again with his 11 con. Yeah, so I think Viking is probably the best call. Whoops, I don't know why I reset there. I just have to load. Yeah, because this will give him 13 con. That's true. Okay, so now we have to pick the units we're bringing. Why is Buggy set? And Aisha. And Christina. I need to... Oh man, I'm one spot short of what I want to do. No, I need Shay. Shay has to be deployed. It's not an option. Because of Ralfnir. Yeah. Well, I do need Albert for specific reasons. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I need to give Dawn the Dawn Caller for this specific map. Because it's good against terrors, and I don't really want to deal with bullshit, so... We did buy, some stuff. So, like, we can use, like, a Flame Lance and a Lance Reaver for her. Let her kind of flow it around. Do I lose Starlight? I guess I can't bring Starlight with me right now. That blows. Ah, okay. Well, that is what happens, I guess. Actually, no. I'm going to take the Killer Axe away, and I'm going to give him a Master Seal, because we are going to promote him the moment it becomes possible. Because he will promote to Jarl at the end of the next chapter, regardless of if he's already promoted. It doesn't change anything. So you get free stat boost by doing it. Oh, you can do it. I mean, this chapter gives a lot of stuff. Yep, that's true. Oh, I have a holy bow. I should get that out. I wish I had more divines. Wait, what is, No, she doesn't have anything. Okay. I have everyone ready for promotion if it becomes a requirement. Where's Sigrid? There she is. Okay, so we have to destroy 15 rifts in this. And we have to... That's the secret Lunatic objective. We also need Victoria to trigger the special ability when she's sitting in a specific spot. And there's a 2% chance every turn before turn 7. So we pretty much need to, like... Yeah, we just need to wait in a spot. So, like, what I'm going to do is I'm essentially going to... Like, I'm going to save state when I get it. Because otherwise I'd have to restart every time. I just have to make sure my groupings make sense. No, this doesn't make sense. Hey, Pod Dojo. Well, Thea's dead. I had to kill her. Sorry about that. It was required. I just want to make sure the formation's fine. This group's a little weaker, but it's okay. Where's everyone? How did we get split up? This feels deliberate. Wait a minute, what in the 9 divines? Damn, an ambush. How did the terrorists detect our presence so quickly? Could this be the work of Asmodeus? Those rifts are connected to the void's deepest depths. As long as they're open, they will flood Helheim with terrors. An exit will show itself soon. Until then, we need to survive. Close the rifts to prevent us from being overwhelmed. Damn, this is not looking good. No, it didn't happen. We're gonna be doing this a lot. Nope. Well, it's 1 in 50. I just want to see how strong they are. Yeah, they're really powerful. Oh my god. Yeah, it is random, because like now these guys showed up over here. Like every time we do this, we'll get a random start. Nope. And they're very strong too. I don't love the horse slayer craziness over here. Like there's a lot of enemies over here. Nope. Didn't trigger it. Did not work. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to keep doing this until I get it. And then we'll save state and we'll actually begin the chapter. Nope. I'm just hoping that the RNG is actually changing when we restart. I think it is, just based on the fact that we're getting... Oh, I can support with them, so... What is it? Can I help you? I know who you are. Only one man could cut through steel knights like you did. Alistair the Nightbringer, my uncle, Galahad, told me stories about you. You're correct. I will not deny my past, although I prefer to go by Albert now. Why do you seek me out, Steelborn? Just wanted to let you know I'm keeping an eye on you. For what reason, may I ask? First off, I want to find out if you truly are a changed man. And secondly, I want to surpass my uncle in combat. You are the only one he ever feared. Acceptable reasons. I will also observe you. See if you are different from your house, if you are worthy to learn from me. Fair enough, you have a deal, old man. Nope, didn't get it. Problem here is, like, these guys are so powerful. Like, luckily I have the same speed. So, like, I'm not gonna get doubled easily, but it's also, like, 31 damage. You know, it's like... I'm actually gonna change my formation, knowing what's gonna happen, with the hope that it'll, like, cause a change or something. Actually, no, this just becomes, like, horrible. Nope, didn't happen that time. Nope. This may take a while. One thing I'm going to do, though, is I will give the javelin away so I can take a short spear. Nope. It's quicker to just, like, just start with her immediately. But yeah, this might take a while. I have to get a 1 in 50 to trigger. I know he's gonna be there. I should probably replace Ralphnir with something. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just keep him there. Nope, didn't get it. I mean, I could do it every turn, but I would rather get it turn 1 so I don't have to worry about it too much. Nope. troops in. Nope, didn't trigger that. I mean, if you deployed Caroline, you'd have like you'd have like 2 chances for it every turn, but like, I'm not using her, so... Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I need her to make the first move, because that way I can save state off of it, and I can react every other way to everyone else. Whereas if I, like, do it last, it doesn't really help. But it is kind of a pain in the ass. Nope, didn't trigger it that time. Nope. Not triggering what I need. Yet. But it's okay, I expected this. You know, it's gonna take us a while to get this. And this is why I need to save state. Like, why I'm willing to save state here, because imagine doing this and then failing. And then having to restart and having to try to do it 50 more times or whatever. Like, it's not worth it. I already hate this new RNG seed that I have. I mean, we already know that we're gonna fail multiple times. And don't worry, we'll know very quickly if it triggers. No. No, my bullshit didn't work. Especially with Ralphnir, like, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. So, like, you know, because we have to keep him alive with all these bombs around him. which is gonna be even worse. Nope. A 2% chance is very low. I'm just curious what would happen. What? Tower Realm of Terrors. Brother Varg must have loved having them all to himself. Come, my pretties, come to me and flap those wings. Oh, I didn't know she had that. That's interesting. Ralphneer, how would you do if I gave you a holy axe? That's not bad. I mean, I can't really deal with it, but whatever. Yeah, anyway. I'm not actually doing that. Yeah, like, the basic strategy here is, like, I need to basically force all of them to attack Jaka over there. Like, up here, so that I can focus on just holding off, like, these guys. You know, but obviously all that stuff is moot until I can get Victoria to get her frickin' ability. Like, as I said, the original Cyclops combo was a lot better. Yeah. One thing I can do is, like, exit the entire game, and then just reload the emulator. But if I do that, that's annoying. Unless you guys can't see anything. Just a sec, let me... No, it's the same enemies again. Let's say for fun I do this. No, I'm not actually gonna do that, but... I just want to see something. Okay. Okay, whatever. Fun fact. Asmodeus is killable with Garum at max strength with Buggy with a B support. He can do 1 damage. Apparently the odds are 5%. Not 2%. No, I discovered that Garum can kill Asmodeus. With perfect stats, he can do 1 damage. And a B support from Buggy. Yeah. Because he can do 91 damage with cap strength and the Ash Cleaver. Which is really funny. Come on, you bums. Trigger. can't. Let me just check my history again. I want to make sure of the spots where he can be. Yeah, anywhere in there. Well, we have to trigger a secret event before we can even begin. You know, which makes stuff a little bit trickier. No, it doesn't trigger it. And it's a 5% chance, and I have to get it on the first turn with the first move, and I have not gotten it yet. Well, actually, it's closer to 2%. So I'm just not super lucky right now. But if she moves differently, the RNG is different, I think. Like, if she doesn't land in the same spot, I would imagine the odds of it triggering... Like, it's not the same, I don't think. But I don't know. I have not gotten it yet, though. Okay, we'll try for 5 more minutes, and if we can't, then we'll stop for today, and I'll try to do it off screen or something. And then I'll save state the point where we trigger it, so that we don't lose anything. So let's do something stupid. Like move him there so I can dance for her and increase the odds that shit works. Because I could double it. I may have to just try that. Right now, no luck. I mean, this is the best I can do, because it at least gives me 2 shots a turn. Man, still not triggering it. It's gonna be this one. Nope, was not. Victoria, come on. Find this, whatever the hell this is. Oh, most likely. That'd be really funny. I deploy her and she just finds it. This is the most annoying pre-whatever ever. Noopers. Not getting it yet. Okay. 5 more minutes, or yeah, at 6:40 I'm done for today, and hopefully I can get it before the next stream. I don't want to spend forever doing it though. But it might take a while. Can I just say fuck it and like save state? At the start of this turn, and then just, you know, keep speeding up at different times to see if it works. Well, not necessarily, right? Like, sometimes you just get unlucky. If the RNG isn't advancing, then that would explain other things, too. Yo, Flame, when you did this and you triggered it, did you reset every time, or did you, like, do what I'm doing? Do you remember? Okay, 5 more times. One. Two. Three. 4. 5. Yeah, okay. So that's it for today. I'll try to get it for the start of next stream, and I'll save state if it happens, and then we can start 17. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.